If you're over 60 and you've noticed your skin starting to sag around your jawline, your neck, or under your eyes, I need you to stop scrolling for the next few minutes because what I'm about to share changed everything for one of my patients, and it can change everything for you too. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what this fruit is, why it works better than most expensive skincare products, exactly how much to eat and when, a simple at-home test to check your own skin's collagen health right now, and 3 mistakes almost everyone makes that block this fruit from working at all. So stay until the end, because mistake number 2 is the one almost every woman over 60 makes without even realizing it. My name is Dr. Lumiva, and in this video, I'm going to reveal one single fruit, something you've probably eaten 100 times without knowing its real power, that has been shown to restore collagen production, tighten sagging skin, and bring back that natural firmness women think is gone forever after 60. Let me tell you about Margaret. Margaret is 67 years old, a retired school teacher from a small town outside Sacramento. Like so many women her age, she stopped recognizing her own reflection. The skin around her jaw had started to droop. Her neck showed deep folds she never had in her 50s. Her upper eyelids felt heavier, and even her cheeks seemed to slide downward when she looked in the mirror at the end of a long day. She tried creams, expensive ones, the kind with gold flakes and elaborate packaging that promised results in 7 days. Nothing changed. She tried retinol serums that left her skin red and irritated. She even sat through 2 consultations for a surgical procedure, but the cost, and honestly the fear of it, held her back. She felt stuck, like her only options were spend thousands or accept it. Then her granddaughter, who was studying nutrition science in college, came to visit for a weekend and noticed the skincare graveyard on Margaret's bathroom counter. She asked her grandmother one simple question: "Have you ever tried just eating more of this?" And she held up a pomegranate sitting in the fruit bowl. Margaret laughed it off at first. It sounded too simple. But she was desperate enough to try anything that didn't cost $400 a jar, so she started eating half a cup of pomegranate seeds every single morning. Week 1, nothing. Week 2, still nothing dramatic, and Margaret almost gave up. But by week 3, her daughter, who saw her every Sunday for dinner, said something that stopped Margaret in her tracks. "Mom, your face looks different. Did you do something?" By week 6, the sagging around her jawline had visibly tightened. The fine lines around her mouth looked softer. Her skin had a bounce back to it she hadn't felt in over a decade. And the best part? She didn't spend a single dollar on creams, injections, or treatments beyond the cost of the fruit itself. So what is this fruit? Stay with me, because before I reveal exactly how to use it, I want you to understand why it works. Because once you understand the mechanism happening underneath your skin, you'll never look at your skin the same way again, and you'll understand why so many products on the market simply cannot deliver what this fruit delivers naturally. Part 1. Why your skin actually sags after 60. Here's what most doctors won't take the time to explain in a normal 10-minute appointment. Skin sagging after 60 isn't just aging in some vague, unavoidable sense. It's the result of 3 specific biological collapses happening inside your body at the same time, and understanding each one is the key to reversing it. The first collapse is collagen decline. Collagen is the structural protein that acts like the scaffolding of your skin. Starting in your mid-20s, your body's collagen production begins to drop by roughly 1% every single year. That might not sound like much, but by the time you reach 60, you've lost more than a third, sometimes closer to half, of the structural protein that once kept your skin taut and lifted. Without that scaffolding, skin has nothing to hold it up against gravity, and it begins to fold and droop. The second collapse involves elastin. Elastin fibers are what give your skin that snapback quality, the ability to stretch when you smile or frown and then return to its original position. As we age, oxidative stress caused by years of sun exposure, pollution, and simple cellular wear and tear causes elastin fibers to become stiff, brittle, and eventually to break down entirely. Once elastin is damaged, your skin loses its ability to bounce back, and instead it stays stretched in that sagging position. The third collapse, and this is the one almost nobody talks about, is the breakdown of your skin's moisture barrier. Your skin is made up of roughly 60% water, but as you age, the outer layer of your skin becomes less efficient at retaining that moisture. Dehydrated skin doesn't just look dull. It becomes thinner, loses volume, and literally sags under its own weight because there's no plumpness holding it up from the inside. Now here's the important part. Almost every anti-aging cream on the market only attempts to address one of these three problems, usually the moisture barrier, because that's the easiest and cheapest to target with a topical product. That's why so many women spend hundreds of dollars on creams and see almost no real change in sagging, because the cream never touches collagen production or elastin repair, the two deeper issues actually causing the sag. Part 2, why pomegranate is different. This is where pomegranate becomes remarkable, because unlike a cream sitting on the surface of your skin, pomegranate works from the inside, addressing all three collapses simultaneously. First, let's talk about Collagen. Collagen is one of the most powerful antioxidant compounds ever studied in relation to skin health, and it's found in extremely high concentrations in pomegranate, particularly in the juice and the white membrane surrounding the seeds. Collagen directly stimulates fibroblasts, which are the specialized cells in your skin responsible for producing collagen. Research in nutritional science has shown that Collagen doesn't just protect existing collagen from breaking down. It actively signals your body to produce new collagen fibers. This is the difference between a cream that sits on top of aging skin and a nutrient that goes to the source of the problem and tells your body to rebuild. Second, let's talk about urolithin A. And this one is genuinely exciting from a scientific standpoint. When your gut bacteria break down certain compounds found in pomegranate called L-glutanins, they produce a metabolite called urolithin A. Urolithin A has become a major subject of aging research because of its powerful effect on mitochondria, which are essentially the energy factories inside every cell in your body, including your skin cells. As we age, mitochondria become sluggish and less efficient, and this directly slows down how quickly skin cells regenerate and repair themselves. Urolithin A essentially recharges these cellular batteries through a process researchers call mitophagy, which clears out damaged mitochondria and encourages the growth of healthy new ones. The result is skin cells that repair and renew themselves faster, translating into firmer, more resilient, more youthful acting skin from the inside out. Third, pomegranate is loaded with vitamin C, and this matters more than most people realize. You can take all the collagen supplements or collagen powders in the world, but without sufficient vitamin C, your body physically cannot convert those raw materials into usable collagen for your skin. Vitamin C acts as a required cofactor in the enzymatic process that builds collagen molecules. Pomegranate gives you both the raw signal to produce more collagen through Collagen and the vitamin C your body needs to actually complete that construction process. It's a complete system, not just one ingredient. And finally, pomegranate has a naturally high water content combined with potassium, which supports proper cellular hydration, directly addressing that third collapse we talked about, the weakening moisture barrier. Part 3, how to actually use this now. Let's talk about how to actually use this, because consistency and method matter just as much as the fruit itself. What worked for Margaret, and what nutrition researchers generally recommend, is half a cup of fresh pomegranate seeds daily. If fresh pomegranates aren't available where you live, a small glass, around 4 to 6 ounces, of 100% pure pomegranate juice with no added sugar is a reasonable alternative, though whole seeds are preferable because you also get fiber and the beneficial plant compounds found in the pulp surrounding each seed. Timing matters. Ideally, consume your pomegranate in the morning on a relatively empty stomach, because this allows your body to absorb the antioxidant compounds more efficiently, without competing with a large, heavy meal for digestive attention. Some women prefer to add the seeds to their morning yogurt or oatmeal, which also happens to add a pleasant texture and natural sweetness without added sugar. Others simply eat a small bowl as a mid-morning snack. Either approach works as long as you remain consistent. And that word, consistent, is critical. This is not a fruit you eat once and expect a miracle overnight. Based on the timeline we see in most cases, including Margaret's, it typically takes 4 to 6 weeks of daily consumption before new collagen fibers produce a visible difference on the surface of your skin. Some women notice subtle changes, like less puffiness or improved skin texture, within the first 2 to 3 weeks, but the more significant tightening around the jawline and neck tends to appear around that 6-week mark. Part 4, the at-home collagen test. Now I want to give you a simple way to check your own skin's collagen health right now, using nothing but your own hands. This is a basic version of a test dermatologists sometimes use in consultations. Take 2 fingers, gently pinch a small section of skin on the back of your hand, hold it for 2 to 3 seconds, then release. Watch how quickly it flattens back out. If your skin snaps back almost instantly, that's a good sign your collagen and elastin reserves are still relatively strong. If it takes several seconds to flatten, or if you notice thin ridges or lines forming as it slowly releases, that's a clear sign your collagen reserves are running low. And if that's what you noticed, don't be discouraged. That's actually exactly the kind of skin that tends to show the most dramatic, visible improvement from consistent pomegranate intake, because there's simply more room for rebuilding. Part 5, 3 mistakes that block this from working now. As I mentioned at the beginning, there are 3 common mistakes that prevent this fruit from working the way it should, and I want to walk through each one so you don't waste 6 weeks without results. Mistake number 1 is inconsistency. Eating pomegranate 3 times 1 week and then forgetting about it for the next 2 weeks will not produce visible results. Your body needs a steady, daily supply of these compounds to consistently stimulate fibroblast activity. Treat it like a daily habit, not an occasional treat. Mistake number 2, and this is the one almost every woman over 60 makes without realizing it, is forgetting about hydration. Remember, one of the 3 collapses causing sagging skin is a weakened moisture barrier. If you're eating pomegranate daily, but you're chronically dehydrated, you're only addressing 2 out of 3 problems. Water acts as the delivery system that transports all these beneficial compounds to your skin cells effectively. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of water throughout the day. And consider that your pomegranate routine and your water intake work as a team, not separately. Mistake number 3 is choosing sugary bottled pomegranate juice cocktails instead of pure pomegranate juice or fresh seeds. Many commercial pomegranate juice blends are mixed with apple juice or grape juice and loaded with added sugar, which can actually promote a process called glycation, where excess sugar molecules attach to collagen fibers and make them stiffer and more brittle, essentially working against everything we just talked about. Always check the label for 100% pomegranate juice, no added sugar, or better yet, use fresh seeds whenever possible. Part 6, a quick safety note. One more important thing before we wrap up. If you take blood pressure medication or blood thinning medication, pomegranate can interact with certain drugs because of how it affects an enzyme system in your liver that processes many medications. This isn't about causing alarm, it's simply about being safe. A quick conversation with your doctor or pharmacist before adding daily pomegranate to your routine, especially in juice form, is always the responsible move, particularly if you're on prescription medication. Part 7, bringing it all together. So let's bring everything together. Sagging skin after 60 isn't a life sentence, and it isn't simply an unavoidable part of aging that you have to accept. It's the direct result of 3 measurable biological changes: declining collagen production, stiffening and breaking elastin fibers, and a weakened moisture barrier. And remarkably, one humble fruit, the pomegranate, addresses all 3 of these root causes at once through Collagen stimulating new collagen production, urolithin, A recharging your skin cells' energy factories for faster repair, and vitamin C providing the essential building block your body needs to actually construct new collagen. Margaret didn't need surgery. She didn't need a $400 jar of cream. She needed consistency with something as simple, as accessible, and as affordable as a fruit most of us have already had sitting in our kitchen at some point. If this video helped you understand your own skin a little better, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, because every single week I bring you research-backed, natural ways to look and feel younger without spending a fortune on treatments that never address the real problem underneath the surface. And if you want to know the second overlooked food that works even better when combined with pomegranate, specifically for tightening the delicate skin around the eyes, let me know in the comments below, and I'll make that video next. Take care of yourself. You deserve to feel confident and comfortable in your own skin at any age.